The next one, called the Palestine Center in Washington, D.C., and is associated with Jerusalem Fund and collect a lot of donation to provide support to a lot of people in the West Bank and Gaza. And again, you can have their website and you can surf the net with that, as well as their phone number. The next one is the National Council on U.S.-Arab Relations. Again, get all good stories about Israeli-Palestinian issues, and one of the oldest in America, 1983, and this is their webpage and their phone number. Next is the Interfaith Peace Builders, located in Washington with their webpage and others. And this is a group of multiple religions, Christian, Muslims, and Jews, and communicate to improve the dialogue and build brighter future. In New Jersey, I'm one of the members, as well as Dr. Khalid Morsi of Mammoth Interfaith Group. Their chairman is the vice president of Mammoth University, extremely famous person from Jerusalem, and we located in Long Branch. We invited different speakers, and the last speaker was Ramzi Khoury. When he came visit me in my house, we make him one of the guest speaker, and he created a lot of discussion about his presentation. Again, there are Christian, Jews, and Muslim. We dialogue, each one tell his side of stories, communicate, and I think this is one in the future is to be done, as well as being done now in the West Bank, to deal with some settlers who favor the Palestinian issue, as well as the villagers and the Palestinian themselves, without going through the government connections. And I have a lot of articles to prove that. Next one is the Churches of the Middle East Peace, again in favor of support a peace between the Palestinian and the Israelis, as well as support the refugee issue and other issue with their webpage and their phone number. Next, Americans for Peace Now, and in the Middle East there are similar subchapters similar to that called Peace Now organization, is NGOs organization, and you can connect that. These are our friends. The next two are our enemies, so to speak. One of them is a good enemy, and the other one is terrible enemy. And the good enemy, in my opinion, is not good enemy, but it's a new organization called J Street in Washington, D.C., created recently. It has a mission of pro-Palestinian Israeli reconciliation and two-state solution concept, and they support that. And in my opinion, in the future, if I get involved with this organization at higher level, I'll be like the middleman between the Palestine network and these other organizations by meeting them in person, and to put our website on their website connection to spread our opinion, as well as have a link with their connections. Libby and Lynn Drummond, again, is another organization, pro-Palestinian. It's very active in Palestine as well in Israel. It's an NGO, and they have their website and their... Our real challenge is to emulate the power, and most of the 25 Americans here, they know about AIPAC. It's an American-Israeli Public Affairs Committee. Extremely powerful. There are more than 100,000 members. Their budget and their money they have about $100 million. And they control practically, and our chairman knows that, every single senator campaign and every congressman campaign, and they are really powerful. And if they, they notice any senator trying to be somewhat neutral or pro-Palestinian, he's in deep trouble. The only senator who is really try to out of that is Keith Johnson or Thompson, who is black American Muslim senator. Thompson, Keith Thompson. I met him personally as well in the ADC meetings. And he is practically, if not 100% pro-Palestinian, but he is very neutral, as well as another Senator Byrd who went to Gaza and went back to the United States and tried to have a resolution to take the siege off Gaza and to support the Palestinian people. And recently there is a letter was sent to the President of the United States, President Obama, a letter, open letter from maybe around 40 senators signed by them to support the Palestinian cause, two-state solution, taking the siege off Gaza, as well as, without any hesitation, give their full support to Israel. So they're trying to be neutral. So I think that's my presentation to you, just to move us to the second level. And this should be done only after we clean up the house and put our orders in line and our rules and regulation and our bylaws in lines, but that's the second step. Thank you.
Una de las cuestiones que siempre me ha preocupado es justamente, aparte de lo que vivimos en la Argentina, que ya comenté, es el lobby sionista en los Estados Unidos y cómo la IPAC, digamos, presiona, y usted lo ha graficado bastante bien, ¿no? Y paralelamente es interesante, y esto yo creo que tiene que ver con una apertura también de ver a ese otro, que no todos los judíos son sionistas, como primera medida, que eso para mí es importante, no solamente en el ámbito, o sea, yo me manejo no en el ámbito confesional, sino que desde la perspectiva de que está ese otro que realmente puede tener conciencia. Entonces, ustedes activan directamente con esos sectores no sionistas o antisionistas, que es lo más importante desde mi perspectiva, más que lo confesional, ¿no? O sea, el hecho de que esté el ciudadano, como los nuevos historiadores israelíes también, que están denostando las prácticas y la mentira del invento del sionismo con respecto a la tierra prometida, ¿no?
Well, it was a lot of interruption. You notice that. You're absolutely right. I mean, not every Israeli or every Jew is pro-Zionist. We know that. This is why we have the interfaith group. And this is why we try to connect with the Jews in America and Israel in America, with Christianity, with Muslim. And fortunately, you know, I'm Muslim, Dr. Saliba Sarso, who our president is Christian, and we have the Jews, and we'll try to encourage them to come and dialogue and communicate, and they will be your ambassadors in their own societies. I have the time and the chance to go to synagogue to speak, to Hebrew schools to speak, and we ask imams and we ask ministers and priests and rabbi to come to our organization. And I think dialogue, you should never be afraid of your so-called enemy. Try to attract him to your side. I think your enemy is the person who you don't understand him. Once you understand, he's not your enemy anymore.